Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey Kate, it's Jeff. So I'm looking at your source code, and you have the label here. And what I did is I created a new one called. Well, I thought I created a new one. Oh, I didn't save it. All right. Anyways, I'll go back and create a new one here in a second. So, anyways, looking at your code, you have package movies, import, public class label. So there's some things missing here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create one on the fly and kind of lead you down the right direction. So I'm gonna do add file. I'll call it, I'll just call it label 3 since you already have these different labels going here. Okay. Demo written Jeff to support your app. All right, let me save it this time. So last time I didn't save it, and that's why I didn't save. So when I closed out of it, okay, so now I'll go to your label 1. All right, cool. All right, so kind of gonna copy some of your stuff you already have here. If it'll let me do it. So let's copy this over here. Oops, come on. Oh, I have to hit it. All right, so I copied that. We'll take this out of here. Or, oops, we'll take that out of there is what I want to take out. Let's see, so we have swing, we have event. I'm going to add auth, so I'm going to do import java.auth, and we'll do dot star hashtag. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do here is you have your class. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to have to keep hitting save, I bet, so I don't lose it. You have public class label extends JFrame. Okay, you could label, so I have to call my label 3. All right, so what you want to do here is you want to type in public. You had it half right. So this one is called label 3, and then extends. Let's see here, extends JFrame. Yeah, save it, dog. Don't like that. Yeah, extends JFrame. All right. Oh, son of a bee. Why did I go back? All right. Try this for the 5th time. Public class label 3 extends JFrame. The thing that you need to do, you need to implement action listener, because you have a call in your code. And let me put that there. So let me save that. If I don't save it, I lost it. I wish I could pull your code up here. Let me actually do something here. This might be easier. Let me copy it. Go into my code there. Let me pull a supply. So let me pull up. Yeah, I was helping Erin out with her code. All right, don't save. All right, I'm going to put your code here. So that I have an area to check. I don't have to keep going back and forth. Which, so look like I have 2 screens going here. So, all right, let's see if I can. All right, yeah, okay, cool. All right, so now we see half of your code here. That's all right. I should have made that screen bigger. All right, that helps. All right, cool. This is what we need. All right, so I can look at what you have and what I have and go from there. So you, in your extends JFrame, this is the area that you describe what's going to be in a container. So you're doing a private JPanel, you're doing message label. What else are you doing there? You're doing text field, stuff like that. So, so text field, you have private J text field, name text field. Well, I do a little bit different. This is what I do. I do J text field. Oops, field. You're calling it name text field, which is fine. I'll call it name text field. Same thing you're doing it. And then I would do equals new J text field. Then I need to put the length. So I'm not sure what the length is going to be, but I'm 25 on there. So that's the width of the size. And then you have, let's see, you have a label, you got buttons. So let's see what we're going to start with first. We'll do label. So you have message label. So what I would do is I would do JLabel, and then the name of it, which you called it, what did you call it, name? Oh no, you called it message label. Label equals new, and then we want to call it JLabel. Okay, so now we got the label, we got the message, or message and label. Now you have a button, same thing, we want to do J button. You called it enter button equals new J button. Okay, so now we have our button, we have our label, we have our text field. What else? You have a panel there. All right, let's see here. What else do we need? Just thinking, I think that's all we need. Label. So what we need to do here on a label is put double quotes in there because it's blank and we can name it later. Yeah, that's it right there. So now you have the size there. So you have, which is good, you have final int, you called it window width equals 600. Then you have final int window height, oops, equals 300. All right, so that's that. All right, so that part is done. Well, not all done, but you get my point. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull in another public, which you have down there. You have public label. So mine will be public label 3, since I named it that. Oopsie daisy. Okay. All right, now in here, I'm going to put, name my app. So I'll call it super. And I'll name it whatever. I'm not sure what you're calling it. What did you call it? I thought I seen that name in there. Oh, enjoy your movie. Awesome. Enjoy your movie. Now you could make it all caps if you want. That's up to you. And then set size. And then we'll just pull in that window width down there that we have. Width. And then height. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Perfect. So now we're setting the size. Now we need to set the layout. So we only really talked about one layout. We'll call it new flow layout. Okay, there we go. Awesome. All right, we didn't talk about a font, so that's fine. Now here we need to add items that we created above. Okay, so like when I come over here, you are, don't know where you're, okay, you're adding it down here in another panel. So this is where it gets really confusing because you have a couple things here. So I'm thinking that you were trying to do something, then you quit doing something. So you were on the right path here. But just remember, when you're building code, your main area at the top here is going to have, you have to describe your, think of the objects that are on the field. So when I say objects, like your text field, button, if you were doing a drop-down list, if you were doing a list view, if you were doing a grid view, all those things right down there has to be created at the top. So it's going to be the name of the object, space, whatever you want to call it, space equals new name of the object. What that does is it allows you to inherit all the properties on it. So it won't let me do it here because we're in here. But if I would go, see if I can pull up the actual thing. So if you would hover over the thing in Eclipse and then right click on it and open declaration, what it does is I brought over some code here. I clicked on JTextField. It takes me over to this class here called JTextField class. What it does is it brings up, extends JText component, brings up all the public methods within that text field. So as you see all these different methods, it tells you right here, This constructs a new empty text field with specified number of columns, and it goes down. These are things that you're able to tag into. You could tag into these properties and get information. Now, the thing is, there might be something in there that you don't have that you need. And this would be something that I talked about in class, where you could create your own class. Maybe call it Kate's text field class, and put anything that you want to be use in there, and you could pull it into your code. So you put that at the top, and then what you do is you have that public label, which is that area where everything that you add to your box, so your environment, you put in there. So that'll be like we did the move this around here a little bit. We did the setting our movie title. Now we're going to add our components. So our components in this example, we're going to do add, and we're going to add everything that we added at the top. So we did name text field. We have to add that. We have to do add message label. Boom, add that. Now we have to add enter button. Awesome. Whoops, add that. So now we're on our way. So now what we need to do is we need to set default. Close operation JFrame dot exit on close. All right, perfect. Let's move that up. All right, running out of real estate there. All right. Then you have your submit button, which is called enter button. So it's enter button dot add action listener this, which is this direct object. All right, so let's do this. All right, let's see here. Oh, sorry. Perfect. All right, so that part is done. All right, so I'm just trying to look what else you got going on here. So I wasn't 100% sure what you were doing. You were having them enter the name in. And then from there, all right, so then I seen you were putting action listener there somewhere. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what is going on here, but so I'm trying to write it the best I can to understand, or kind of at least give you an idea. So the next part that we do here is I'm going to try to create some real estate here so that we could you can see the screen. All right. So now what we need to do is have an override. What we're going to do is build our action listener. We'll call it action. Action perform, actually. Action performed. Then we'll call action event. All right. Oops, don't know what that is. All right, perfect. All right, so now down here we need some actions. I seen that over here you were trying to set something visible. Not really sure what's going on over here. Let's see. Enter. Okay, so I just see this. You had this down here, which was good. Which you wouldn't have this in the same spot as that, because when it runs it, it can't execute it properly. All right, so let's just play it by ear. Let's. Okay, 1 second. All right, so we need come up with a string. We'll call it string name equals, and you can name it whatever. We need to do that text field that you have, which is name text field. So we're going to say name text field dot get text. And then we could say something like this. I don't know, display message equals. I'm trying to see what you had there. You were saying thank you, stand for drinks. Not sure what they're going to enter, and they're going to enter their name, and I'll just give you something like hello, and then plus that name. So what it's doing is it's taking the value that the person inputs into the screen. We'll say Jeff, and it'll say hello, Jeff, and I'll put a space there. Not sure if that's what you're trying to accomplish. You'll have it here. You can at least work off of it. The other thing is, if we did, let's see, what else did we have to do? We didn't set a text. Well, we had to set the text. So the text would be the label. So your label is called message label. So we would do message label, and then what we do there is we need to set some type of text to it. So we would do dot set text. Oh, let's mix it up. And then you'd put in that value, which is display message. So that way it could display on the screen now, like hello Jeff or hello Bob, whatever. I think that's pretty much it. That's it right there. So hopefully, let me save this because that would be bad if I didn't save it. That would be tremendously bad. Now I can't run it in here. Oh, did it save? Okay. So as you see here, I did my main action listener. This will at least give you a pattern of what you could do. Label 3, I build my thing. So anytime you add something up here, you have to add it down here. You create it up here, you add it down here. And then you have your action performed down here. So now you have your string name, hello. Not sure if that's what you're trying to accomplish, but give it a shot and give me a holler back. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for listening and have a good day.